friends, today it is time to set up our sinking funds page. This is one of the most useful budgeting pages I find because we don't use credit cards anymore, so we are constantly saving up for bills or future expenses that we just need to keep in our regular checking account, and it just kind of builds up. And you need a way of tracking it so that you know how much are in each category, and this is what a sinking fund does for you. Once you get the hang of it, they're not super hard to set up, but I would say there is a learning curve of like just how to keep track of it, because it can get really confusing. That is really gonna bug me that I gotta fix it. And hopefully these are repositionable, but if you start moving them around too much, they don't like to stick as well as they did the first time, which I love that option. But you pretty much only have one move, and then you're gonna start having issues with it sticking, so much better. Okay, so now we need to write in all of our funds. And I have quite a few that I write in, and I actually keep this, the top section is for our personal sinking funds, like for the household, and then I will make a section for the bottom for my business sinking funds as well. Maybe I will just cheat and see what I did in November. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, so we have Grainger, car tags, oil change. Grainger is our trash service. We have car tags. We have an oil change, and our car tags in Michigan are enough that I like to have a sinking fund, because for both of our cars, it is well over $300 to pay for the car tags. So that's not a chunk that I want to have come out of our budget if I'm not prepared for it. All right, so then let's see what the next was. Maybe I'll stick my finger in there so that I can see it better. Dr. Beauty life insurance. And auto insurance. Oh, and I should have wrote my lines first. Look at that. I'm like way too far over. Which again is why I like to use an erasable pen. All right. I think I only need to go to there. And for the record, I hate my handwriting, which is why I use so many stickers, because I just do not like my handwriting at all. All right, so I will leave a couple of blanks. Then we are going to, do I have any thin washi left? Yes, I do. We're gonna use a thin washi strip. I'll leave a couple more just in case I want to add something to a sinking fund. Then I'm going to use this. actually, let's just go ahead and write in to all the lines, and then that way they're taken care of. All right, now we are going to write in the categories. This isn't a separate bank account. That's why I put this big, or the thin washi right here. That just helps me keep track of it. So then we have, what do we have? We have porch, new car, Plexus, we have Etsy, and this just makes, why did I take that out? This just makes everything so much easier to have sinking funds for things, so that you always have a fund to work out of. And it's basically like doing it like a credit card, but you're working with cash. It's just way better. So, emergency fund, the kids stuff, miscellaneous. So then each of the kids have a little sinking fund. This is money that Jason's mom gave the kids to use towards college. We really need to do something different with it than just having it in a savings account, but so far we have not come up with anything that we want to do with it yet. So I do have a miscellaneous category. And this is where, if you watched my my December budget setup, this is where, like, if we wanted to go out to eat, or if the kids had some function that they wanted to go to, or need money to bring with them because their friends are taking them somewhere, whatever, that would come out of this miscellaneous category, because basically anything I make is extra and goes towards our savings goals and that sort of thing. So that's why that would come out of this fund, and that's why it doesn't come out of the miscellaneous fund that we have for the household. They're two separate funds. Okay, is that my last fund for that page? It is. All right, so now the only thing that we need to do now is write in what we are planning on adding, and then what our start balance is. And I get my starting balance from the previous month. This is November. So I get my starting balance from the end balance of the previous month. So we have an end balance of $20.59. So that's gonna go right here. I have an end balance of -21, which we are playing catch up because our car tags were more than they were the previous year. So I don't care that there's a negative in there. We have enough sinking funds in the checkbook that can stay negative until it catches up, and it will be totally fine. So the oil change, we're starting with nothing. The doctor, we're starting with nothing because we used both of those all up last month. Beauty, we are starting with $4.33. Life insurance, $96.24. And car insurance, $281. All right, so now we are going to be adding money to it. So for Granger, we are adding $22. Our car tags, we are adding $37. Oil change, we are adding $80. We call this oil change, but we also use it because we don't need an oil change every month. We also use it as like car maintenance if anything needs. It's basically car maintenance. I probably should change the name, but whatever. It's been this way for so long. I know what it means. So our doctor fund, we are adding $80 to that. And what I will typically do is I will pay for stuff that we can't pay for with our HSA, and anything left over, I will add that to our HSA account, is what we do with that money. Beauty, we are going to add $20 this month. Life insurance. This actually has gone up because I just got life insurance, and so this is actually a guess until I get the premium officially, but I think that's going to be fairly accurate. And then our auto insurance is $140.50. So this is a little bit tricky because my income is very variable, and so I can put a planned thing here, but it always changes. So I have kind of just started leaving that blank until I get my paycheck, and then I kind of divvy it out like we need to. But I can definitely put the starting balance in. So let's do that. So the porch is actually not closed out yet. Our car is not closed out yet. We will be adding a little bit more to that in November here, so I'm gonna leave that. And Plexus is not closed out yet, but Etsy is, so $141.41 is our start balance. Our emergency fund, we have not added anything to that. This is actually half of our emergency fund. We have the other half in another bank account. The kids' money is the same. We really should do something with it. And then miscellaneous. We are in the negative. We overspent miscellaneous, which is fine. It will balance out this month as long as I don't overspend again. So that is my sinking fund setup for December. I will fill these in as I close those out. And then after I get my paycheck, I will divvy that up into what I want to put into each category. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. And I would love to answer your questions. If you have questions about sinking funds, they can be a little confusing when you first start out. But then once you get the hang of it, they are very helpful to have that money in your bank account. I never worry about going over or anything because we have so many sinking funds in our checking accounts. So that's one benefit. And then the other, it's just really nice when you have a big pool of money. It's really nice to have them divided into categories so you know exactly how much is in each fund. Because I'm not going to get different bank accounts for each of these categories. That would be a little silly. So hope this was helpful, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.